Aloha. In this video, I'm going to do the first lab in chapter one. So let me get myself out of the way. All right. So um, this first lab is just supposed to introduce you to the environment here that we're going to be using to write our code and test the code. This platform here down here, I'm going to go over all these things, and we type in our code here. And we're able to actually see it execute, see it the web view, and so on, and the console. So first, step one, start the web server. We're going to inspect the HTML code, and we see that it contains this to-do comment. Let's look at the code down here. It looks like this. This is the starting of an HTML document. They give all that to you. Uh, the um, the, the text and so on that displays on the screen is going to be within the body tags. We see here that the only thing that's inside here is this H1 tag, which is a title tag. That when text is enclosed in these symbols, less than exclamation point dash dash and then ends with dash dash um, greater than. This is a comment. So this would appear in the code of the HTML document, but when it's being displayed on the browser, this will not appear. So uh, let's just um, let's just run this and see what it looks like. And if we look down here, we see that once it executes, the heading, H stands for heading, training lab, that's what this is here. Okay, I'm gonna do this doc feature, and we should see our output, our code and our output over here, and our instructions can be over here. All right, so what's next? So we click the green button, we click the web view tab, the web view tab is clicked, and we see the rendered HTML in the embedded browser. Okay, click the Open a New tab button to load the web page in a new browser. So we can click Open in a New tab. That must be this one. Click, and it's a new tab up here. Make this wider. Maybe I'll make myself smaller too. And here it is, Training Lab. Okay, and it's the URL. This is a regular old URL at zybooks.com. It's especially for you. One other thing I'd like to show you about the new tab, about the tab, is you can always, and a lot of you already know this already, you right click and you do View Page Source. Oh, never mind. They throw a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Never mind. All right, so let's go back here. Uh, so it's going to look like that. Yes, it's going to look like that. This is the Open a New tab thing. We clicked right here. All right. So now we're going to modify the HTML. Add a paragraph under to do under the to do comment that's under here. Add this. Okay. So I'm going to add that here. P. Okay. Writing HTML is fun! Exclamation point. And then we close the paragraph. Okay, just like that. So basically we put that there. All right, now pause after writing the code, and the code editor will detect the change and save the file and reload the web page. You see there it is already. Writing HTML is fun. Note that the web page in the other browser also automatically reloads, does it? Oh, look, there it is. Make this bigger. Okay. All right. If the embedded browser fails to update, click the refresh button to force the web page to reload. That would be this one. So if the web page did not reload, we could just hit this refresh and it would refresh. Same with this. You can hit refresh and it refreshes. All right, very good. What's next? Add an image. Click the files icon in two. In other words, here we are on this side. Click this files icon and this pops out. And we see we have two files here. One is the HTML document that we're working on. The other one is this PNG file, and it looks like that. It's an image, okay? So um, add the add an image under the paragraph in index.html, and this is what the image tag looks like, okay? I'm just going to be lazy, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it right. Here we go. Enter, and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. Paste. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to close this by clicking here. And so this is what the tag looks like. It's an image tag, and this is the source of the image, and it's a file. It's going to be a file. And it's in the same directory or the same folder as the HTML. See, they're both in the same directory. And so we don't have to add any path in front of it. We can just address the file name directly. And then this is the alt tag. The alt tag is important because some folks might be on a really slow browser, so they might turn the images off, but you still want to give them a clue of what that image was. Some people are difficulty seeing, and that alt tag there, uh, helps them know what the image is there in text. So it's not necessary. It'll still, the image will still show, but when you put the mouse over the image, let's see, does that work? I don't see the alt tag. Does it work over here? No, it doesn't. Anyway, all right. I think you have to have your browser has to be set to be able to see the alt. But anyway, okay, so that's that. View the updated web page. Stretch the embedded browser wider to display the entire image. Oh yeah, okay. It's you can see the entire image. Change the image file name to something else, and we see that it doesn't work. Okay, yeah, right. So the name is case sensitive. If we change this to something else, we get this um, broken image tag, and oh look, now we see the alt. See, now we see the alt. See, now we see the alt. Okay, so when it's a broken image, that's when the alt comes in. Okay, let's fix this back again. There was a B here, a capital B. I'll put that there. All right, and boom, the image shows. Okay, change the file name back. Okay, we did that. Now submit for grading. Click the submit for grading button to submit the HTML for grading. And it's going to run some tests. Wait for the results to display. You get 5 points. If the first unit passes, you get 5 points. Okay, this is going to show an error. Okay, so let's see the error. Okay, I'm going to go down here. I go down here to submit for grading. This side. Submit for grading. Okay, I only got 5 points. Why? Because we should actually put the word Zybooks logo for the alt tag. Not just Zybooks, but Zybooks logo. And that's what it expected. This is what you had. So it didn't give you points. So we have to fix that. It says, although only one image element was found and the source attribute was correct, the alt attribute was missing the word missing space logo. Fix the alt image tag. Okay, so I'm gonna put logo here, logo, and we don't see anything change. So let me just break this again. I want to break it again so we can see the new alt tag. Okay, so now we see it says Zybooks logo. Okay, let me unbreak this. All right, there we go. Now we can submit for grading again. And this time we got all the points. Okay, so down here it goes on to tell you that if it's inactive for a certain amount of time, the web server will become inactive and you got to run it again. There's a history button up here where you can see all your previous submissions, I guess. And you can click this settings button down at the bottom. And to click the settings button, you can actually reset the template to the way it was in the beginning, and you can do these other things. And then the last thing is you'll notice that when you click here, some of these files are going to be read only. Okay, so they will be HTML files, but you won't be able to edit them. That's fine. Don't edit them. It's only the files that you're going to enter your code into will, of course, be editable. All right, well, that completes the first lab in chapter 1, and I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.